Big Dunk does a brilliant header to his right hand side, and it just bounced up lovely, and I was very fortunate and able to smash it in the near post, and then all hell let loose, and I went on a lap of honour around the whole of Wembley Stadium, I think, and I got the whole of Tranmere players trying to chase me around the back end of Wembley.
Where does that rank? That if we're just picking moments, seconds in your career, where does that
Oh
moment
God,
sit?
yeah, massively up there in the higher part of everything I've ever done. I mean, scoring in a cup final at Wembley Stadium is dream stuff. Scoring at Wembley at any time in a playoff or whatever is just, it's a lifetime memory, and that's I'm around Tranmere, I come across to any of the games and stuff. People always talk about the goals, so it's a very nice memory that I've got, and I'm certainly happy to share the story.
I remember when Tranmere played the playoff final a few years ago against Boreham Wood, and they won it 1-0. And look, a completely different experience for me because I'm there as a fan, as a journalist as well. But I remember when Norwood scored the winner, or what proved to be the winner, about 20 seconds after that happened, I realised I was standing on the seats in the press box celebrating.
Yeah.
And it took about 20 seconds before I came back to my senses. So that must have been heightened a million times for you, having scored the goal. Is it just like the next minute or two is just a complete blur before you come back down to earth?
Yeah, the actual celebration is a blur. The reason I know why I run around the whole of the stadium was because I've watched it on the telly, but I don't actually remember doing that. And running off so far away from everybody. The sensible thing to do was just to stand there and wait for everybody to come and jump all over me. But I set off and run around the back of the stadium. It was just an incredible moment of pure joy.
It's the iconic look, Ned, because you've got the untucked shirt that's clearly too big for you, kind of billowing in the wind as you run away with an arm aloft. And I'm sure at some point you do turn around to beckon to everyone to come with you, but you're going so fast that no one can get anywhere near you.
Yeah, that's one of the very first times anybody's called me fast, so I'll take that. So I wasn't quick enough for people not to catch me up, that's for sure. But yeah, it was a special moment for me to have scored in the cup final.
And still, and let's be honest, for a long time, it looks like you will remain the only Tranmere player to score in a major cup final at Wembley, which is quite the honour to have, given there's been hundreds, if not thousands, of players who've pulled on that white shirt.
Yeah, I would say it was a huge honour. I would hope that Tranmere can get back to the championship levels, of course, and possibly get to a major cup final in the future. I would imagine that we're looking a little bit more for playoffs and stuff like that these days.
Yeah, or EFL trophy maybe. That'll come around as
Yeah.
well, although obviously not quite counted as a major cup competition. Is the only regret that moment lasted for only 4 minutes? Because the Tranmere
Um,
fans were still singing "You're Not Singing Anymore" when they go and get their second.
and it was ironic, wasn't it? Because it was a carbon copy of the first goal. A very similar set play. The same player scored the same type of header. So you'd have thought we'd learned our lessons before, but we obviously didn't, sadly.
Did you know then that the game was up?
Yeah, I think going down to 10 men, being able to score and get back on track was just incredible, and a complete moment in time. But as soon as the second one went in, being down to 10 men, I thought we were fighting an uphill battle.
And I think they'd been in a cup final maybe a couple of years earlier, hadn't they? So they had that
Mm.
experience and that know how to see the game out. And let's be honest, a lot of the players playing for Tranmere that day, this would have been completely alien to them. Certainly Joe Murphy, it was his first season as a pro. Challoner, Hazel, Gareth Roberts, Alan Marn. These are all young, Parky, they're all young players. It would have just been
Yeah.
completely alien to them.
Yeah, but brilliant for them as well. What a memory all these years later that those guys have got. to go to the old Wembley Stadium in one of the last cup finals ever at the old Wembley Stadium, and do the club proud, really. I think the thing, if we'd have got beat 2-0, the disappointing part of that would have been that the Tranmere supporters never got the chance to celebrate. But my God, they got the chance to celebrate when my goal went in, and that was brilliant, because that is lifetime memories for everybody.